YouTube and Mafia fans, if there's any out there, we're back. Today is the 3rd of July. It took me a minute, didn't it? 3rd of July. We're back at the auctions, 3 locations, and 18 units total. So there should be some good opportunity. Some things have been backing up since the shutdown. And we've made a few, we've been filming some things, but we haven't made a video since the shutdown. We've been busy, but it's been more estate stuff and stuff like that. I'll have a video coming up that I'll actually show you that, and we can go from there. But July 3rd, it says right there on their sign, 9 a.m. So we'll let you know how it goes. We're ready. Here's a pro tip. Bring some zip ties with you when you're at facilities that have a large amount of units. That way you don't have to carry multiple locks, drag stuff around. That way you can walk around if you're going to buy 4, 5, 6, 10 units. If you're a heavy buyer, you can just take the zip ties. You zip tie your door. You know that it's not going to be interrupted, and you can go on without having to worry about it. Because believe it or not, in a big facility, if you buy a unit, there is a lot of people in the auction, and if your attention is turned somewhere else, somebody will go back to your unit and will take something out of it. They've done it before. Hey guys, take a look. We got some stuff going on where we did a little bit of packaging yesterday. Well, getting some stuff out of a unit, just kind of like a coffee grinder, all kinds of different stuff going on. And what we're getting ready to do this morning is arrange this to the back of the van, because we are here picking up this unit. This unit we purchased yesterday for $70. So we're going to go through it. Really didn't see anything that was specific to go for. It's just piled up in there, as you can tell. So what we're doing is just going to dig through this, see if we get anything good, kind of go from there. Right off the bat, you see some JVC speakers. They look in pretty good shape. I see an Xbox box, but these don't match that, but that gives us hope that maybe there's some in there. That is just a random bag. This is, looks like random crap paperwork. This looks like more random crap paperwork. We're off to a fantastic start, and beautiful. More. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe we do. There's some DVDs down in here. A whole lot of paperwork. Some games. Let's see what we got. That's something in here. The zippers have been taken off. Boom. DS. There we go. That's good. DS has got some plugs in there and it's got a cord. That's incredible, because most every single time I find it, they never have a cord. So this is already right there. Oh, by the way, maybe I showed in the video, maybe not. Right here, after we bought the unit, was a box, and it was marked FSU, I think. Was that it?
Seminoles.
It was Seminoles, and it was it had a championship football in it that we looked up. Oh guys, take a look at here. See this? This is why you cannot judge a book by its cover. And I will hear some guys that I know sometimes, and they will watch me, because several buyers will watch me to see what I do, and then they'll bid accordingly. That's just one of the things in this business too. But you cannot judge a book by its cover, and you can't just go, well, that looks like a bunch of junk in there, forget it. Like, here's $70. We're already way into the money. Way into the money with the football and all.
we're seeing games, we're good. And not every unit has to be a home run like this. We're not going to pull $3,000 out of here probably, but you're going to turn 70 bucks into 800 in a pretty quick time frame, so not bad. Vintage skateboard, I don't know how old, could be absolutely worth nothing. Anybody watching that may know skateboards, we're not, I'm not a big skateboard guy. Show them this. This we didn't even see was in here. This was completely covered up. You couldn't even tell anything. So there's a flat screen. Chances are it works. And here's just one more example why you cannot judge what looks like junk. Looks like it may have got a spider there. May have a couple of scratches on it, but we'll see if it works. Believe it or not, TVs, if they got a couple of scratches, you put a decent price on it, they're going to buy it. These may actually be worth something too. Leather jackets. Household stuff. Actually taken care of and washed household stuff. Not bad. Tools. Make sure we don't get that picture. Right. Oh, hey, cool. Today's the 4th of July, and we're finding the flag stuff. That's a pretty good coincidence. That's pretty cool. It's nice to find that. I don't want to handle it too much because my hands will be all filthy from digging, but all right, we're going to make our way further through. I'll show you all some stuff when we get to the back, but I can tell some of this is looking like clothing and random crap that you don't want to sit through. So we'll be back in touch. And just like that, it's clean, all shoved in the van and ready to go. Here's another process. When we come, we try to donate. As you can see, we're laying some things out. We go through and we donate to Goodwill. We make sure that the clothing like that we're donating is in good shape. Any of it that isn't in good shape, I hold off to the side and throw away. Some of it that's rougher, we don't, but some of it is in good shape, as you can tell, like that. You know, people can use this stuff. We like to recycle as much as we can, and we just stay too busy, quite frankly, to go through all the clothing stuff. But some of the stuff like that, that's not in that good a shape. So we don't donate the trash, but some of the clothing that's good clothing that we know people can use, and some of the good educational books, we'll do that too. Try to donate, and anything that's usable. And it just takes a few minutes to go through. They can always use hangers and appreciate those. But some of the stuff, as you can tell, you know, in pretty good condition, you know. And this is how they make their money, so they can help out the community and keep things turning. So it works out good for everybody. Just another step of the business. Here we are, back at it after the quarantine days. Got the big mirror going here. Here's some things, some old BB guns. This is out of a storage that we cleaned out yesterday that a gentleman had. It was a private sale, not a auction. Auctions are coming up later this week, but here's just some different things. He had a little bit of everything. We not really huge mystery here, just Legos. He did have some military stuff. There's some guitars, some different things in here, as well as couple of different cool pieces like this thing, and just some different pieces that we're looking at. But the rest of this video today is we're getting this first round cleared out, and then we are getting ready to go to a house over in Daleville, Alabama, and clean out the whole house. We got the whole contents, a 4-bedroom. So we'll show you guys some of what's going on there and go from there. Here's a walkthrough of the house. This is you can call it kind of an average clean out. The lady that lived here passed away, and the family has asked us if we could take care of getting the stuff moved out for them. Pretty cool piece, under glass. The contents, everything goes. And sometimes we do deals like this where it's everything, and you'll see that some of the stuff is older. We moved a little bit yesterday. There's another very ornate up underneath, but you can see it'll be just a little bit of everything that'll be throughout the house. And this is everything. You know, the pictures on the walls, all the clothing in the cupboards, the corner cabinets, everything. There is nothing that doesn't go. This is a nice little house, not a huge house, but a nice little house. And this is one of those, you take the good with the bad. They want nothing. Literally everything you see goes. But as you can see, there's still, you know, obviously some family members have came in, taken what they wanted, keepsakes and everything. But some of this stuff can just be overwhelming. And this is why a lot of places will ask, you know, if you can come in and take care of it for them. There's a lot of different little cool glass, older stuff. But it's time consuming. This stuff is definitely time consuming when there's just a little bit of everything. It also has a back porch back here. It's got everything on the porch. As you can see, and they just need everything out. Let me see if there's a light. I don't know whether there's a light for in here. Hold on just a minute. Yep. But the washer, the dryer, the fans, just everything. This table is pretty cool. You can't see it right now. We pulled it back and looked. Her father built this table. Super heavy duty. Nice. That's old typewriter. But I just figured I'd show a little bit as we go through. The lady had lived here for many years after her husband had passed away. There's an old style military bed. It's got speakers. And you know, you're going to have an amount of trash. But see, there's literally the clothing. Here's another bedroom. Stuff in the closets. Tapestries on the walls. Furniture. Speakers. And you take the good with the bad. They, you know, that was their stipulation. All of it goes. So they want nothing left in the house except to be able to just sweep it out. So
Really cool piece. But there's a look at some of it as we're going through. For you to get an idea. Mama's gonna start working there. But we're gonna get rolling on it. And with that, we've made it back to the house. We've had a good weekend. Got 18 packages going out to eBay. Got the top packages all turned, so no labels are showing, just in case anybody's wondering why that was. We're testing out some tablets that we got, some things like that. Getting a new influx of some other goods in. These are some pretty neat wooden pieces, some old cameras. Got that DS that I showed earlier that we'll be testing out with all the games. Some other games coming through. There's old Dale. Finding some other stuff, some pretty good stuff out of a couple of them. These are supposed to be the real fast. Haven't had a chance to check it out yet, but it's supposed to be pretty quick, and that should be a good seller. Just a lot of the influx. Here's some of the other pieces. Just made their way in a little bit. Got some of this stuff from a buddy of mine that's always looking out, so we'll try to get some of this stuff listed and see how it does. This is another thing that we found in the unit. Man, that looks cool. Look at that ceiling fan over the top of all these lenses at one time. Man, that's a pretty good shot. Anyway, these are all vintage. They're all brand new. It was from a store that went out that a lady had, and it has just been there for a long time. They were never sold. They're true vintage. The ones with the gold, they're handmade glasses stamped inside. So I'm kind of curious to see how they sell. And then there's some of the regular kind, that were bought that you can tell. But still never used. Always trying to stay arranged with eBay stuff too. We've got our games going on. Sealed puzzles. Old Sega Genesis. This stuff is selling really good now. The old PC games. DVDs have been doing real good. We've been selling lots and collections. We try to keep organized with some of this stuff. Like here, that's a belt. There's some of the different stuff. Just odds and ends. Even books are selling. See, this is all stuff that's been sold this weekend. Every empty drawer has been sold. Here's a ton of paint parts, all brand new. We bought a lot from another seller, bought him out, and we paid $100 for all of it. There's more than this. There's others, but we just sold our first piece for $89. So it's a pretty good return. Yeah, I can tell she's been packing pretty good, because a lot of these bins are getting empty. This is something my son has been getting into, is the sci-fi, the books. He's been buying collections of those and having real good luck selling them as well. I just figured I would take a few minutes and show what's been working for us, what's been selling. Earlier in the video, remember I told you guys that we found the Seminoles. There's a certificate of authenticity. Seminoles football that was in that unit that we just got. So that one's already listed on eBay. We paid $70 for the unit, and I believe she listed, what was this listed for? $99.97. So that right there is your money back out of the unit. Everything else is gravy. This is a pretty cool case that we ran across. It's got all the different Volkswagen buses of all different years, all different kinds, still sealed. The big antique case with the glass. Nice setup. Okay, so as you can see, that is basically a couple of days of running around, listing, getting stuff knocked out, and a little bit of insight into this business and what we have going on. So appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time.